Great, welcome to this webinar from Easy to You, as you saw as in the introduction already. I hope that got you already a little bit in the mood as you joined to hear about the option to graduate at the first joint master's degree on European languages, cultures, and societies in contact. Now, what that is all about, you will hear in the next half an hour or so. I have a great presenter with me who knows much more about this than me. But I will briefly explain to you a bit how this webinar can work and how you can interact. Because it's an interactive webinar, we like to hear from you. You can do that in different ways. First of all, you can let us know via the chat, for example, let us know where you're from. So just write there where you're from and maybe your interest or your language capabilities, just to interact a little bit more. Second of all, of course, your questions. We'd like to hear your questions. You can write those in the panel called questions, and then we will be dealing with these at the end of the session. And we have another fun factor as well. At the bottom of the screen, you see React. That's where you can react and give an emoticon, a little reaction to something if you like it. Exactly like that. Thank you. We, just to interact a little bit more and have some fun in this as well. Well, I see already great audiences lined up for this session from different places in the world. So we already have Russia, France, Germany, Thailand joining. So great to see all of you. And without further ado, let's go over to the presenter of today who will introduce himself and start with the presentation. So I'll give the floor over to Mr. Raul, and he will go over and present himself. Thank you, Mr. Sanchez.
Thank you very much, Luc, for this presentation. My name is Raul Sanchez. I am a professor of German and Dutch at the University of Salamanca, and also the WIPE leader of the ECTS Alliance project. This WIPE is all about languages, cultures, and societies in contact. And now I am very proud to present our joint master, the first master of the ECTS Alliance. We are 7 universities involved in some different ways in this master. You will hear about it in a minute. So thank you very much for attending this webinar, for attending this presentation. I would like to say before I then start with the presentation that this is a multilingual master. We are talking now in English, but the master would be taught in several languages. And you will be able to freely choose the language and the university or the universities you will be studying at. So I will start with my presentation. If I may, I will share my screen with you. Okay. Good. I hope you see my presentation now. If you don't, please say something.
All good.
Good, all good. So thank you very much. Okay, so this is, as I have already said, the first ECTS joint master in the Humanities and Social Sciences, and the title is European Languages, Cultures, and Societies in Contact. And that means that it is a very broad topic on the one side, but you will be able to narrow down the scopes of your studies by choosing the university. So this is one of the 3 ECTS joint masters we are presenting in these days, and this is the only one master of arts of the Alliance. Of course, more will follow, but this is the first one, and this is the only one with a la carte structure, or more or less with a la carte structure. That will mean that you will be able, as I have already said, to choose some if not lots of the contents you will be studying. And I think now what I would like to do is, Luc, to blend in a video.
Nuestro máster universitario en Lenguas, Culturas y Sociedades Europeas en Contacto es multilingüe y multicultural. Te dará la posibilidad de estudiar en hasta 4 de las 7 mejores universidades europeas. Ven a Salamanca, Poitiers, Pavía, Turku, Iași, Coimbra o Jena a preparar tu futuro. Escoge libremente no solo las lenguas y las universidades en las que quieres estudiar, sino también las asignaturas que más te interesen dentro de las que ofrecemos. Estudiarás al menos 2 semestres en otro país y recibirás el título oficial de ese o esos países también. Finlandia, España, Francia, Portugal, Rumanía, Alemania, Italia. Tú decides. Fórmate en diferentes lenguas y culturas y tendrás las puertas abiertas en varios países europeos. Nada se interpondrá entre ti y tu carrera como profesor, investigador, manager de proyectos, mediador cultural o diplomático. Tú decides tu futuro, ahora.
So thank you very much. Okay, I will then share my screen again with you. And as you already could already hear, multilingualism is at the very core of this master, and this is why I prepared this presentation. The video you have already watched in Spanish and not in English, but we will, of course, continue in English. So now in a nutshell, multilinguality, multiculturality, and multidisciplinarity. So we have the master we are presenting now is an international master's degree, European languages, cultures and societies in contact. That means 120 ECTS. That's 2 years, not 1 year, 2 years. For some countries, like for example in Spain, we have only 60 ECTS masters. So this master is a fully European master with 2 years studies. So, and the master embraces languages and cultures from the perspective of diversity. That's the most important thing. Diversity in languages, cultures, and societies. We will train language professionals for a multilingual, multicultural work in life. That means concretely that after completion of the master's degree, you will be able, first of all, if you like, to work as an expert in European languages and language diversity in Europe, also to work for the industry culture, and also to work for national bodies, for international bodies, for local bodies, because you will have the expertise to do so. You will have a very important background in multilinguality, multiculturality, and multidisciplinarity. So if you choose to stay with us at one of our universities, or to go further to other university and be a researcher, you will be able to conduct high-profile research in language and culture-related topics who deal with Europe. That will mean that you will be able to proceed with a PhD program. It's also important for those of you who aim at a university career, a career in academia. The universities we are offering this master are 7 in total. The University of Turku in Finland, in Northern Europe, the University of Poitiers in France, Western France, the University of Jena, very central in Germany, the University of Pavia in Northern Italy, the University of Coimbra in the center of Portugal, the University of Iași in Romania, very close to Moldova, and the University of Salamanca in Western Spain. So a total of 7 universities. Okay, we will provide you with this master with in-depth knowledge and expertise in some fields I would like to describe. First of all, you will be an expert after completion of the master in the European linguistic and cultural landscape, and also in its societies. You know, you may have a very good knowledge of Europe, but I assure you, you will learn lots of new things in this master. Communication skills are also to be developed within the framework of this master. You not only communication skills in multilinguality, in two or more languages, but also in multiculturality. So you will become an expert also in multicultural environments. Yeah, you will be able to communicate to both specialist and non-specialist audiences. You will develop a professional view on linguistic and cultural diversity, and you will, of course, learn advanced research methods in the academic fields of linguistics, cultural contact, diversity, social sciences. And of course, your intercultural competencies will be developed. You will be very fit to enter the European labor market as a whole, and particularly the European labor market of the countries you will be studying at. And you will also, because it is a master, you will be able to write scientific papers in your fields of expertise, be it linguistics, culture, literature, social sciences. So if I may go then further, I will present very briefly the program structure to you. It is important that you know that there are three components in the structure of this master. First of all, we have so-called compulsory courses and then elective courses. So 30 ECTS compulsory courses are courses on theoretical and methodological questions of contact, language contact and cultural diversity. These courses are online. They are a series of lectures for all students. They are conducted mainly in English, but you could present your, you could be evaluated in other languages also. So this is shared teaching between all universities, and you will have 10 ECTS each semester as a series of interesting lectures on, first of all, the first one will be 10 ECTS in the first semester, called Discourses in Europe. Then the second semester, it is all about research methodologies in languages and literatures. And in the third semester, we will have a series of lectures on European culture and society. So interesting one, with lecturers from different universities, not only from our own universities, but also from other universities, from experts in English, and you will be evaluated in English or in other languages. And then you have 60 ECTS elective courses. These are courses on linguistics, on foreign language learning, on literature, on cultural and societal studies, but also on digital humanities. And you have lots of them. It depends, of course, on the university you will be choose. Each university has a slightly different focus. For example, Salamanca is offering mostly linguistics and literature courses. The University of Pavia is offering courses in social sciences. The University of Turku is offering courses in German, mainly in German, French, and Finnish linguistics. The Finnish linguistics and culture in English, not in Finnish. The University of Iași is offering courses in German, French, but also in Romanian studies. The University of Coimbra is offering courses mostly in Portuguese, but also in the national philologies of other countries, and Poitiers is also offering courses in modern languages and societies. So these 60 ECTS elective courses are taught on-site, this on-site teaching, and mostly in the national language of the respective university. That will mean in Salamanca you will be taught these elective courses, you will elect in Spanish, in Poitiers in French, in other universities in the national language. Some courses are also in English. For example, in Turku, some courses are in English, or in Iași, some courses are also in French and in German. So that will mean that you will have, for the first 3 semesters, each semester 10 ECTS series of lectures online, and then for each semester 20 ECTS elective courses at the universities you will be studying. And then the 4th semester is dedicated for the master's thesis. The master's thesis, 30 ECTS, will be co-supervised by 2 professors at 2 different partner universities. And you see here, by the way, a picture from the university of from the city of Pavia. So We will then, let's come to the official master's degree and to the countries who will award you a degree. First of all, this program is tailored to your needs. And secondly, at least you will get at least 2 degrees from 2 countries. So we have a master's program which is very international. So at least 2 semesters must be spent, must be studied at 1 or more partner universities, and you will be able, of course, to study at up to 4 partners, and you will get an official master's degree by all the universities where you have studied a minimum of 30 ECTS. Yeah, and as I have already said, you will be able to personalize your study plan in accordance with the course catalog provided by each university. So, for example, first year, you can start at any, let's talk about it later, but at any of the 7 universities. Yeah, you can study the second semester at the same university of semester 1 or at another one. Yeah, the third semester, which is year 2, semester 1, must be spent at other university than the university of semester 1. You can have this study. If you study the first year, let's say in Salamanca, you could then go to Poitiers and study the third semester. So year 2, semester 1, and semester 2 must be studied, can be studied at any of the 7 universities, of course, with the restriction that only 2 semesters can be studied at the same university. So in the end, you could end up with 4 official master's degrees granted officially by 4 countries, or 2 or 3, as you like. So let's come now to the requirements. So getting admitted, you must of course have, like in every other master, a bachelor's degree or a degree corresponding to 3 years, that is 180 ECTS. In the Spanish case, of course, we only have degrees, 4 years degrees. You will also be admitted. And you must have a degree in a relevant field of studies. And the relevant field of studies are linguistics, so Spanish linguistics, German linguistics, Finnish linguistics, Ukrainian linguistics, we don't mind. Then applied language studies is a relevant field, European languages, foreign languages, modern philology, translation, culture, very broad, history, international relations, or other branches of the social sciences and the humanities. And the other requirement, which is very important, is the language requirement. So you must show that you are proficient. Proficiency means at least a C1 level in 2 languages of the program. And the languages of the program are the languages in which you could be taught. And the languages are French, German, Italian, Portuguese, Romanian, Spanish. And you also must have some knowledge of English as a lingua franca, but here there is no level required, except for Turku. If you would like to study in Turku, you must have also a C1 in English. So, for example, let's take the case of an Italian student, being Italian the mother tongue. So he or she will have, first of all, will be proficient in Italian because it is his or her mother tongue. And if she or she would like to go to Poitiers, he or she must also be proficient in French. So this is the 2 languages you will have to provide the papers of. So you will have to provide that you are proficient in these languages. If you go, for example, to Salamanca and you are, let's say, from, I don't know, from France, you will have to provide the documents, and you will have to be able to speak Spanish and write Spanish as a C1 level. So in your case, French and Spanish will be the 2 languages. And you can, of course, if you go to 3 universities, let's say, if you start in Coimbra and would like to go to Salamanca and then to Poitiers, you must provide proficiency in Spanish because I went to Salamanca, in French because you are going to Poitiers, and also, of course, if you are studying in the first semester in Coimbra, Portuguese. So it depends. It really depends on your on the universities you would like to study at. So how do I apply? We have at a decentralized application, that will mean that the partner universities will be handling your applications in the first. You will provide the documentation you see on the screen to one of the partner universities, just one of the partner universities, and you must provide your bachelor's degree, your transcript of records, the proof of required language skills, depending on the universities you will be willing to study at, your curriculum vitae, and also a letter of motivation in one of the languages you see. And of course, you will have to fill in the application form. The application form will be available in different locations. I think it is already available for Turku on the Turku website. So the application will be done decentralized, and then a global academic board will meet. The 7 partners will then meet and will decide which students are admitted. Yeah. So, and you see on your right side the academic calendar. And the academic calendar, you have different dates where you can begin at each university. For example, in Salamanca, it will beginning in September. But if you study, I think in Poitiers, it will beginning in October. It doesn't really matter, because it is first semester, fall season, second semester, spring season, and so on. And the graduation date is, of course, based on the academic calendar of the university where you are studying your 4th semester. So as you may see, this is also decentralized. Okay, what for the next year? So you will be able to start now in September or October at 5 universities. You will be able to start in Salamanca, Poitiers, Pavia, Iași, and Turku. You will be able to start in Coimbra next year, or continue. Let's say if you have started in Poitiers now in October 2022, you will be able to continue in Coimbra in October 2023. And you will also be able to apply for a double degree in 2023 with the University of Jena. That means that you will have, for example, you choose to study in Salamanca the first 2 semesters, and then you can go to Jena and you will be awarded our master, so the master in European languages, cultures, and societies in contact by Salamanca, and you will also be awarded another master by the University of Jena, and you would be able to choose between German as a foreign language or international business communications. As for the fees, the student fees are 1,500 euro per year, but of course you can also apply for the Erasmus mobility. For your mobilities, you will be doing at least 3 mobilities, yeah. And to do so, you will, of course, contact the International Relations Office of your universities. Okay, we have more information on our website. This is a presentation you will be having on the website of the webinar. And if you are interested, our communication officer can also send you the link. Okay, and now I think this is all from my side. Yeah, okay.
Okay. And that means we're going over to the Q&A part. I just shared the link on the screen, so for everybody just to know, you have there the link to find the general information that was just pointed out. So there you find information about the degree itself, the program structure, career opportunities as well, and also the how to apply actually. So you can go there and find all the information. I would say click on it and look at it just after the session when we finish, because now, of course, you want to still your attention to the part of the questions, and we like to hear from you. So by all means, take advantage and ask your questions, both for the live audience. We can take those questions now, but also for the people watching the recording, as I know many people these days do. You can still also write your questions. So by all means, write your questions, and we will send them through to the staff of ECTU, and to make sure we probably get back to you by email, I would say. Okay, I hope that clarifies that part. Just one more thing. I saw a message in the chat that about the recording. So if you missed something or you want to view it again, even share it, you can do that. So we will be sending the recording to your email that you signed up with automatically, so you'll receive it. All right, let's go over to the questions of the audience. And we had a question started off from Maria asking, do you issue a certificate of completion of the course?
Yes, okay. A certificate on completion of the course. You will get an official master's degree. And you will get an official master's degree of each university and country you will be studying at. For example, if you study our master's degree in Salamanca and in Turku in Finland, you will get an official master's degree, an official one, from Spain and from Finland. If you study at 3 universities, let's say Salamanca, Turku, and Pavia in Italy, you will get an official master's degree from Spain, from Finland, and from Italy. So it is not about a certificate of completion. You will get far more. You will get an official master's degree.
That's good news, I would say. Great, thank you very much. I hope that also answered your question, Maria. Next question, Giovanni, asking what is the process? I think this was sent before you explained the process on how to apply these things. I don't know if you want to say something else to this, but I think otherwise maybe
Yes.
that's already answered.
Yeah, the process is very easy. So you apply at one of the universities who will be starting the master next year. You just apply, and then we get your application. Yeah, and all the applications will be then discussed in the global academic board of the master, and you will be admitted or not depending on your marks, on your interest, and on your CV.
Okay, good. I'm getting thumbs up as well, so I assume that is taken care of. Good. Otherwise, let us know. Next question we received from Sana asking from which universities we get a double degree.
Yes, you will get, first of all, we are talking about a joint degree, and you will get, as I said, official master's degree from the universities you will be studying one semester. And then the only exception to that is the University of Vienna, because the University of Vienna will handle it in a very different way. You will get a double degree from us, that will mean from the other 6 universities, and one double degree from Jena. For example, if you like to study in Poitiers and Jena, you will get to study 2 semesters in Poitiers and will get the French master's degree, yeah, in European languages, cultures and societies and contact. And then you go for 2 semesters to the University of Vienna, yeah, and then you will have the choice to do a different master's degree in German as a foreign language or intercultural communication, so that in the end you will get also an official German master's degree, but a different one because of the internal structure of the accreditation procedures in Germany. So this is what we call double degree.
Okay, I hope that answers your question, Sana. Otherwise, let us know. Next question from Chompatsorn, if I said it right. Can I choose University of Turku and University of Poitiers for 4 semesters?
Yes, of course. You can choose, for example, 2 semesters at the University of Turku and 2 semesters at the University of Poitiers. No problem. You will have then to have a working knowledge of French, of course, to go to Poitiers, and then also a C1 level in English and I think in French, also to be able to go to Turku.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Question from Sana as well. Do you offer financial support?
So far, we do not offer financial support, yeah, for this master, but you have the same possibilities as for other masters. That will mean if you have a national agency that has supported your studies, BA studies, they may also support your master's degree.
Okay, hope that answered your question, Sana. And let's see, we had a question that came from Lucy. If I already have a master's degree, can I apply for only the second year of the joint master?
Yeah, I think I am not sure you can apply for the second year. You can apply for getting some courses, some ECTS recognized. Yeah, you can do that, but you cannot apply for the directly for the second year, because some of the courses 30 ECTS, so in the first year 20 ECTS are compulsory courses, and these compulsory courses must be done by all students. But otherwise you can get some of your courses in a BA and an MA you have already completed recognized. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. We're getting thumbs up, so I take that as being answered as well. Thank you. And just want to check, so far were the questions we've received. I know there's another question. Chumpatsorn, can I apply this to this program that will be open annually?
Yes, you can apply now this year or next year as you like. Of course, yeah, this is a master who is sustainable in time. That means that you will be able to apply now or in 1 year or in 2 years. Yes, you could do that.
Okay, thank you. And that actually reminds me of the polling. So we open up some polling questions, as we'd like to know, first of all, for when you are considering to apply, if that's fall this year or next year, you can indicate that, or you're not sure yet. So we would like to hear from everybody. Also asking your language requirements, the language abilities you have because of the requirements. And actually we asked also if you're not applying but you're interested, maybe why is that? So just to hear a little bit of your feedback. So thanks to let us know. And for everybody, by the way, who can answer this question, these polling questions, also the people watching the recording. And we have a couple of minutes more left. If you have any questions, then do take advantage and we can still answer them. We'll check quickly the chat if there's any questions that came in there. I don't think so. No. So I guess in that sense, questions have been answered. Yeah, Leanne, I see you just joined. You can ask questions in the panel called questions, so at the bottom. So next to the chat, that's where you can write your questions. We'll wait for any question you may have, and we can deal with that. I will now share the link to the, still one more time, to the program overview. I will actually do that right after the question from Leanne, because she's asking if I have a C1 level in French and a B2 level in German, how much time do I have to get to my C1 level if I want to be a candidate for the fall 2022?
Okay, good question. Okay, you can be even accepted in the master with a C1 level in French and a B2 level in German, but you will have to provide that you have a C1 level in German by the time you begin with your studies. So you can apply now, there is no problem. And if you are admitted, then we will use some time in order to document that you have a C1 level in German or another language. This is the first year I am seeing now the question from Sana Yalov. Yeah, this is first year of this program. Yes, we are starting, as I have already said, at 5 universities now, and we'll be incorporating the University of Coimbra next year, and we will be offering the double degree with Jena also next year. A specific test, we have more questions, if I may. is there the possibility that the current courses will be changing in the future? There's a pity, a few courses of linguistics in Pavia at the moment. Okay,
Exactly.
now I
Yeah,
find it
go ahead.
also a pity. Maybe you can contact the Pavia professors, and the professor in Pavia which is responsible for this master is Professor Elisabetta Jezek, which is from the linguistics part of the Department of Humanities, I think. And of course, there is a possibility of adding courses of linguistics. So 60 ECTS are courses which are elective. So each university can freely add new courses to the program. Yeah. And for the language level tests.
Yes. So the question, just to make sure everybody hears that as well, because it could be interesting for everybody. Do you ask for a specific test to approve our language level, like a TOEIC or TOEFL, or other tests is fine, like she has an OLS test?
Well, I must tell you, I don't know what OLS tests are, because I am a professor of German and Dutch, so no idea. But what we ask for is C1 level from the European framework of foreign languages. So you must provide us with C1 level. And if you have a C1 level from official exam, it is all right. Or for example, also, we also accept exams from the language centers of the European universities. So if you go, for example, I don't know where you are now, if you go to your university in Europe, and even in outside Europe, yeah, and do a official test of your university, of your language center, and then will be awarded a C1 level, we will accept you.
Okay. Hope that answers your question, Lucy. Otherwise, let us know. Hazar joined in late. Well, no problem. You can watch the recording, by the way, Hazar. If you stay on, the recording will actually restart within like 1 or 2 minutes. So if you stay on now, you can watch the beginning right away. Anyway, your question was if the program is available for Middle East as well.
Yes, of course it is. I mean, it's not only restricted to Europeans. No, by no means. No. You are very welcome to apply for this master, but you will have to be able to speak at least 2 European languages.
Okay, well, that answered your question, Hazar, and that's good news for you, hopefully. Gloria asking regarding the question, we have to choose only between the courses that are included in the moment right now, or can we substitute them and with others that are not included right now?
For the mandatory courses, you have to take these courses. They are mandatory courses. And for the other ones, you have, I think, a relatively broad choice also of universities. If you want to, for example, there is also the possibility of going outside our ECTS universities with an Erasmus and then get the courses recognized. Of course it is, because they are elective courses, so you can go with Erasmus to another university, do other courses related, of course, to European linguistics, culture and society, and get the courses, these elective courses, recognized in the master. It's always possible for all masters, as it is also possible for a bachelor's degree. If you have gone with Erasmus to another European country, you get the courses recognized at your own university. So the possibility is given, of course.
Okay. Thank you. And we have a couple more questions. Before I go over those, I just want to mention we have opened another polling question as well. So we'd like to hear, of course, from all of you, just to give your feedback. In this case, if you're interested but do not apply, also why would that be? Just for us to get some feedback about the options as mentioned. Thanks to let us know. Next question we did get from Chompatzon is, can I apply to the scholarship if I'm accepted in the program?
I don't know what you mean by the scholarship. If you mean Erasmus, of course you can, if you are accepted in the program, yeah. But you also can apply for other scholarships. For example, from your country or even from European funding bodies. So you can apply to any scholarship you would like. If you're accepted, yeah, you can. But it is, of course, up to the funding body if they will fund you.
Okay, let us know, Champaton, if that's answering your question or if you meant something else. Do let us know. In the meantime, I will again share, as mentioned, the link to the program overview, so you can find all information there, just to make sure you have that right there on the screens. There. So I hope that gives you all the information just to check after the session. If at your own pace, you can have a look at it. All right. Let's see if there are further questions. Oksana is asking if the webinar is already on. Well, yes. Welcome, by the way. And if you join late, you can watch the recording just in when we finish, so you can see if you missed something. And if you have questions, this is still the moment. We have a couple of minutes left. You can still ask any more questions, like Leanne just did, so we will be able to deal with those. Question is, I have a more practical question about the admission deadline. Is it a common date for all universities? Because I didn't find the date on the website. Good point.
Yes, very good question. Okay, so we haven't put it because we have different admission deadlines at the different universities because of our own internal procedures. The admission is already open for the University of Turku in Finland, and the admission will be closed for the University of Turku the 31st of May, but that's only for Turku. For the other universities, the admission will be, for example, in Salamanca, we'll have an open admission until October, and I know for Pavia it is the same as it is for IASH. So for most universities, the admission deadline is not now, it is after the summer, but for Turku it is now the 31st of October. So this is why we didn't put it now. We have still to do that, and we will also put the link to the official web pages of the universities. So if you, for example, you will find then the link for the University of Salamanca. You can click on the link, and you will find the application, the admission deadline and application deadline for the University of Salamanca in a couple of weeks, but I can already tell you the application deadline will be after the summer.
Okay. Thank you very much. Hope that answered that question, Leanne. Otherwise, do let us know. Okay. I think those were so far the questions we received. No, there's a new question. Great, thank you. So we have to admit in whatever university we want to apply, not the one we already are registered, because this student in particular is from Poitiers.
Yes, of course. For example, you are from Poitiers. You can apply in Poitiers, no problem. You can also apply in Salamanca. You can also apply in Turku, as you like. It says you will apply to university, you will be studying the first semester. So for example, you are interested in applying, in going in the first semester to, let's say, Pavia. So you will have to apply for the first semester in Pavia. Yeah.
Hope that answered your question, Leanne. Otherwise, let us know. And yeah, there's one more question, Ahmed. For international students where medium on instruction is English, can we provide a certificate of English proficiency?
So you are asking if when you have studied in English, so a university degree in English, if you have still to provide us with a certificate of English proficiency, right? No, you don't. If you are studying in an English medium university or program, of course you don't have to provide us with a certificate of English proficiency. Of course not. But you must have to provide us with the documentation that you have been following an English speaking course or BA.
Okay. Couple of we'll just leave it open for more minutes because questions do dribble in, which is great. We want to give this opportunity to you, so this is still a moment to ask any questions you may have and take advantage that Mr. Sanchez is available for you to answer these questions on this great new program. So I'm sure that's why there's these different questions. Do let us know. And also, again, before we leave, I open up the last polling question as well. Particularly interested as well to know if you find the session useful. So far, it seems everyone is, but let us know all, please. And if any comments, of course, we're glad to hear from you. And yes, thank you as well, Yolanda, for joining and that you found it interesting. That is great to hear. That's what we want to hear. And I think slowly we are coming to the end of this webinar. Unless a question still comes in, we can slowly round it off. Anyway, if you have more questions, it still comes up, you can still write them in the recording as well. So once we just finish the session, it actually starts soon because I know some people join late. You can still write your questions there. They will be sent over through to the staff of ECTU. And some way or another, one of the staff members can come back to you probably by email. Yeah, so thank you, Chompatsorn, as well. And maybe last word over to you, Raul, just to finish off the session then. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I thank you all for being here and at the presentation of this master. I think it is a master that I would have liked to study when I was young, but such masters were not available at my time. And it is at least when I was a student to study at least 2 foreign universities and to get 2 degrees from 2 countries, at the very least, because you can have it up to 4 degrees. It is just an opportunity I would like. I miss when I think back of my time as a student. It would have been a very nice opportunity to study and to get master's degrees from different European countries. So thank you that you were here.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.